Welcome to the second part of the video explaining Excel's cell references. In the last video, we opened up the file List of Boston Prospects and we capitalized all the data. Making everything consistent is good. However, having only capital letters looks kind of old-fashioned, like your program and spreadsheet came from the 1970s. So let's use the proper function to capitalize just the first letter of each word. We can do this by going back to cell H1 and typing in that cell equal proper, left parenthesis, A1, right parenthesis. The word type in cell H1 now only has the first letter capitalized. We can repeat this for all the other cells. First select cell H1, drag the bottom right corner to cell N1, and then double-click on the bottom right corner of N1. There are many times when you don't want Excel to update your cell references while you're doing copying or pasting. Excel provides a simple trick to control the updating. If you put a $sign in front of either a column or in front of a row, Excel will not update that part of the reference whenever you're doing copying. The $sign is a lock that forces Excel to use the same set of cells. A simple memory trick I use to remember this is the $sign is needed to pay that reference to stay constant. Without paying it, you know it's going to change. So let's go back to cell H1 and try it three other ways. First, let's change cell H1 by putting $signs in front of both the row and the column. The specific formula is on your screen. This tells Excel to lock in and not update both the row and column references. Now copy cell H1 to all the other data. What happens? We get the word type everywhere because Excel's locked all the references down and we can only refer to cell A1. Now let's change the function in H1 to have a $sign in front of just the column reference, not the row. Now copy cell H1 to the other data. What happens? We get a copy of the first column of data. Excel is allowed to update the rows, but is locked into just one column. For the third time, change H1. Put a $sign in front of just the row reference. Now copy cell H1 to all the other data. What happens? We get a copy of the first row of data. Excel is allowed to update the columns, but is locked into just one row. One of the best examples of fixed references is found in Boston, not very far from Questrom. It's called the Maparium. The Maparium is a giant glass globe of the world that can hold at least 25 people inside. The globe shows the world's borders as of 1935 when it was built. It's like the artists who created this amazing sculpture looked at the world's borders and put $signs in front of all of them. Even if you find geography boring, the Maparium's amazing because it's acoustically perfect. A whisper on one side can be heard 30 feet away. It's like standing next to the person whispering. In this video, we went over copying and cell references. While basic copying is straightforward, Excel's ability to precisely control what's being copied using cell references is often very confusing to new users. So don't feel bad if you need to rewatch this video. Well, that's it for now. My name's Zargosky. I teach in the Questrom School of Business, and I want to say thanks for watching.